Hey everyone, what's up? We are here at Magic Kingdom. It's been a while because summer vacation and blockout dates and all that crazy stuff. But we're back and we're actually doing two videos, so stay posted for that. This video is going to be a general park update. We're checking out some of the Halloween decorations and the 50th anniversary decorations that are out here. So we're going to check out all that stuff. The next video though is definitely going to be a Tron construction update. So stay posted for that one. I'm actually really excited for that one because there is some big updates and news for that attraction. But anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and head inside the park. The first update comes even before we get into the park. Right here at the train station, they have taken down a lot of this tarping that they put up to do refurbishments and repaint and all that sort of stuff on their buildings. It has come down off the front, but they still have quite a lot of scaffolding and scrim up on the sides. So let's go see what this looks like from the other side. Unfortunately, scaffolding and scrim is still up on the other side, and the station is still closed because that's where they have a lot of, I mean, not necessarily meet and greets, but character interactions. Characters usually go up onto the second story of the train station and wave at guests. There's none up there right now, but yeah, this scaffolding and scrim has been up there for quite some time. I wonder what's taking them so long. It's nice to see that it's down on the other side though, but I hope it just comes down completely soon. I also hope that they open up this train station again sometime soon. I really miss going up there and getting the views of the Magic Kingdom, looking out from the train station. Such a beautiful view. Man, I miss it. Over at the Ticket and Transportation Center, the Epcot line for the monorail is officially now open. It is so nice to see that line back open because honestly, I miss being able to go from Magic Kingdom to Epcot just based off of the monorails. Now it makes that trip a lot easier, a lot more fun. You don't have to drive, you don't have to get back in your car, drive over to Epcot. You can just take the monorail. Can't wait to do that again. Can't wait to do that again. And just like at the other parks in Orlando, Halloween has arrived at the Magic Kingdom. It is always so good to see this stuff. I think the fall season is the most beautiful season for the parks. Having it all decked out in fall colors, depending on what park you're in. Sometimes it's spooky, sometimes it's just cheerful and very fall or autumny. I love it. In the Magic Kingdom, everything just feels so cheerful and nostalgic. I love it. Just, it reminds me of childhood every time I'm here. There's just a certain charm to this park, especially in the holiday seasons. I don't need to tell you that though. I think that's what this park's known for. Everyone knows that. Also, with just standing in Liberty Square for just a few minutes, I have noticed that they have a new health and safety audio message that they play every about 10 or 15 minutes or so, done by a different voice-over artist. And it's a different message saying, hey, masks are required inside, not outdoors, but inside. So it's just really good to see that they're, you know, constantly updating and changing the safety procedures to make sure that all their guests are safe. And they're not just sticking to one thing, they're actually changing it according to the times. I appreciate that. It's one of the few things that I feel like Disney is actually doing really well right now. Good to see that they're still doing cavalcades throughout the park, even though things have started to return a little bit to normal. I think I'll miss the cavalcades if they take those away. And in quite a few of the windows in the stores, they have it all set up for Halloween. We got a pumpkin that's throwing up Rice Krispie treats that are themed to fall, autumn season. And maybe the biggest news of all, Casey's Corner has returned. It is open. It's opened about a month ago, but they were closed for quite some time due to the pandemic. So it's good to see that they're open again. They are a classic, but they are only mobile order at the moment. So open up your app, order online, and you can come pick it up. Unfortunately, no piano music today though. And of course, it's not a 50th update if we don't show you the castle. The castle's actually finally complete. They put the last of the decorations on not too long ago. Let's get a closer up look at the castle now, but just from a distance, it's looking good. You know, there are a lot of people that feel like the rose gold castle almost looks like it's sunburnt or sun faded or something. I get where they're coming from. I actually wasn't a huge fan of the color at first, but now that they have all these decorations up around the castle, it kind of blends in a lot better. I do like it. I definitely don't feel like it needs to be a permanent thing. It's a good thing it's not. As soon as the 50th is over, in about a year and a half or so, all these decorations will come down, but they'll be up for at least a year. But the celebration is supposed to be going on for about a year and a half, starting October 1st. So we'll see how it goes. But for all you who dislike the way the castle looks now, it's only temporary. But for those of you who do like it, get out here and enjoy it while it lasts, because I think it looks great right now. There's not a whole lot of decorations here on the back side of the castle. You can see some wrapping around on some of these spires on the back side. But yeah, not a whole lot here on the back side. Just anything that you can see from the front is decorated. And anything on the back, there's no decorations, just the paint, just the castle being repainted. Still looks nice, but I kind of wish that they had gone all out and decorated both sides of the castle, not just the front, but still looks good. Of course, another fun update for the 50th anniversary, they've put up a ton of these characters, kind of miniature statues all around the park. There's 50 of them to celebrate the 50th anniversary, so here's a look at just a few. Just for reference, here's a not very artistic shot of it, so you can kind of see the size of these. They're not very big at all, but I actually kind of like that. They don't really distract from the park. It's not obvious that these are specifically for the 50th. They look like they just blend in. I like that. Let's see if we can find some more. Another big reopening. The Hall of Presidents has reopened since its downtime. This time it wasn't down because of COVID. It was down because they were adding the new president. So Joe Biden is now inside the Hall of Presidents. The Hall of Presidents all started back at the 1964 New York's World's Fair, where Walt Disney created a show called Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. And this plaque with the bust of Abraham Lincoln talks a lot about it. And it was the world's first quote-unquote realistic human audio animatronic. And it was such a popular show because when Abraham Lincoln came out on stage, at the time, people were shocked to find out that that was an animatronic because it was so lifelike. The Hall of Presidents opened up in 1971 as the Magic Kingdom opened up. This was an opening day show, and it was to honor Walt Disney's passions for the presidents. So this show is a great honor to the passions that Walt Disney had himself, and honestly, it really does feel like this would have been an attraction that Walt Disney would have loved almost more than anything else in this park. This sculpture of Abraham Lincoln was actually sculpted in 1963 as they were prepping for the World's Fair, and this sculpture helped form the animatronic that we see in the Hall of Presidents today, which I do believe is the same exact animatronic that was in the 1964 World's Fair. He opens up the show, and I'll show you a few clips of that now.
This program is dedicated to the memory of Walt Disney. In 1971, his love for America inspired the creation of the Hall of Presidents, a place to celebrate the optimism and goodwill he saw at the heart of the American story. Walt's vision was to honor the nation by honoring the American presidency.
It is 1783, and the smoke is clearing in the wake of the Revolutionary War. Over the course of 8 grinding years, General George Washington has led a force of shopkeepers, farmers, and Native American allies to victory over the greatest military power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. George Washington's stature and bearing have marked him as a leader. His integrity has made him a great one. Washington knows that many generals who have led successful revolutions make themselves dictators or kings. Instead, he steps down from power and retires to his home, Mount Vernon. The world takes note, and George Washington becomes the symbol of American ideals. The tall, lanky, some say uncouth candidate from Illinois is a master of words at a time when speeches are printed in full for people to read. A house divided against itself cannot stand, he has said. With Lincoln's election, the House does indeed divide. Civil War. 11 states secede from the Union. Lincoln fights to preserve the Union and end slavery. Neither is a sure thing. At Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 6 months after one of the bloodiest battles of the war, the president dedicates a cemetery to the thousands of soldiers who died there, in words we can never forget.
"47 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion."
Just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ladies and gentlemen, the Presidents of the United States of America. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
The presidency of the United States is a role unique in the world, an office entrusted to each president by us, we the people. Therein lies the genius of that new idea, now over 200 years old.
And the Liberty Bell is on its way. Not too long ago, the rivers of America were completely drained because they were refurbishing the track that the Liberty Bell runs on. So if you want to see what's underneath all this water, check out this vlog right up here, listed in the cards. You can check out to see what the bottom of the rivers of America look like and just what the Liberty Bell runs on. Very interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. A lot of the children's play areas in Walt Disney World has also reopened, so the Laughing Place next to Splash Mountain is now open for children to play in. On to something a little bit more fun. Thunder Mountain is a 20-minute wait, so we're doing it. And without Fast Pass available, that means every single person is in the standby line, which means that a 20-minute wait in Big Thunder Mountain with the whole queue line open still results in a massive cattle pen outside the front of the attraction. So if you think that Fast Pass didn't affect the queue lines too much, this is proof that that theory is wrong, and it really did affect the queue lines a lot. Again, Big Thunder Mountain is such a classic. It's one of my favorites in the park. Again though, this is a 20-minute wait, by the way. It fills the entire indoor queue, spills all the way out to the outdoor queue, and almost fills the entire cattle pen of the outdoor queue. Again, if you think Fast Pass didn't affect the queue lines too much, well, this is the proof that it did, because without the Fast Pass, this is what a 20-minute line looks like. And it's like this all over the park, by the way. Getting off the ride though, it actually was about a 15 to 20 minute wait. So it's not lying. So that's an actual 20-minute wait about. So people are freaking out because they've seen scaffolding go up around the outside of Splash Mountain, thinking, oh no, is Splash Mountain finally closing? Not yet, at least. The official word is that Splash Mountain in Orlando will not go down until after the refurbishment of the one in California at Disneyland. So this is most likely just a cosmetic update, something to keep the ride looking nice and fresh while it's still open. That being said though, I don't know the official reason for why the scaffolding is up, because normally they do all of their refurbishment in the winter season when the water rides aren't that popular because it's cooler outside. So why scaffolding went up in peak season, I don't know. It's not affecting the operation of the ride though. The ride is still running as normal. Just interesting that it's up during this season. The side of Pecos Bill, there's also some scrim and scaffolding up, doing some remodeling and refurbishment along here. And a lot of the eatery places just around the park, like some of the smaller outdoor stations, have reopened, like this Outpost. However, the Pirates Adventure still is not reopened. I don't know why. This area has gone from a no mask zone back to a full-on dining, eating, sitting area. Nothing special there. But yeah, this Pirates Adventure still closed. I wonder why. Pirates says that it's a 20-minute wait right now, so I'm gonna hop on that because it has been a little while since I've done Pirates of the Caribbean. And again, another classic, another one of my favorites, so let's get on. Okay, it's a 25-minute wait. Whatever, I'll still wait it though. I'm excited, let's do it. Like I said about Big Thunder Mountain, with a 25-minute wait, this is the line for Pirates of the Caribbean. Fills the entire inside queue and stretches out to this outdoor portion of the queue. Normally, when Fast Pass was a thing, this would be like an hour-plus wait. This is only a 25-minute wait now. Wild.
Now, you swabbies, what may I offer for these hearty heads? Every one an egg layer.
Not less they be laying golden eggs.
Lay there, you bilge rat.
Oh, quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't you, boy?
Yeah! Hey, watch the rums!
chromatic winged beast. Gonna go way on, Joe.
Because of potential really bad weather, it's been thundering and lightning off in the distance. Pirates went up to 40. But when I got on, it was actually literally about a 15 to 20 minute wait. So even shorter than what they said it would be, but still the line stretched all the way outside. So yeah, another example that FastPass really did slow down the lines a lot, because now without it, a line that long moves that quickly. Now, this is the first time I've been to Magic Kingdom since the Jungle Cruise movie came out. Let's see just how busy the Jungle Cruise really is. They should have made a movie based off a ride that was popular, they all said. The Jungle Cruise, no one knows what that is, they all said. And for the record, lines have been like this since before the movie, so hasn't really made the ride a whole lot more popular, but it's still ridiculously popular. This is an hour-long wait right now, and it fills the entire inside queue of the Jungle Cruise, spills all the way out onto the plaza, and then even flows out to the main street. One other thing that people keep pointing out is that not just the FastPass lane is down, they even removed the sign for FastPass off the Jungle Cruise entrance. So a sign that maybe FastPass is gone forever. Now personally, that is the theory that I'm subscribing to. I do think that FastPass is a thing of the past, but I do think that they're going to be introducing paid FastPass like they are in other parks around the world. And as much as I hate to say it, because it means just another thing that Disney's charging you for, I think that it actually will help improve the flow of the parks and the wait times in the parks. Because FastPass, as you've seen in this video, has really slowed down the parks in the past, and we can see just off today, lines being as long as they normally are, but with much shorter wait times. So, and I know there's a lot of factors that go into that, not just FastPass. So I want to give it its fair opinion. Maybe I'll do another video specifically on the effects of FastPass in the Walt Disney World park, specifically Walt Disney World. But speaking of theories to subscribe to, let's talk about channels to subscribe to. Guys, if you are enjoying this update, go ahead and consider subscribing to this channel. Give me the bell icon. Be notified when we post more videos. Like I said, we do have a Tron construction update coming very, very soon. So subscribe for that. Now, in traditional Disney World fashion, I haven't seen any fall / Halloween / not so scary decorations up in any of the parks so far, except for Main Street USA and Liberty Square. That's typically for any holiday or any seasonal decoration that they put up. Normally we don't see anything throughout the rest of the parks, just like the main streets of the park, and it seems to be that that is true for this season as well. So as I cross through Main Street USA one more time to get to the other side of the park, I'll keep my eye out for more interesting decorations that have popped up. So far, I haven't seen anything that I haven't pointed out so far. Just a lot of Mickey pumpkin heads around the lighting poles. But I'll keep my eye out. Just in time to catch the Disney Princess Cavalcade. Fairy godmother is always the best part of that cavalcade. She's always so nice, and she always calls out someone in the crowd specifically to say something to them. She's just the best. Yeah, she's probably one of my favorite characters in any of the cavalcades for that reason. She's doing great. Ducks look like they're doing great today. So happy. For the longest time, Tomorrowland has been undergoing a lot of construction, a lot of minor construction, and we can see that the pathways are one of them, and they've made a lot of progress on them, leading up to the main hub next to the launching pad where Astro Orbiter and the People Mover is. They've completed the overhaul of the pathways. They've gotten rid of like the gear looking pathways for this more just traditional, sleek looking pathway design. It's nice. Since our last update, not a whole lot of progress on the pillar work. Pretty much the same stuff. They finished the majority of the pillars for the up top portion and then just repainted the bottom pillars white. Haven't done too much to them, but for some reason there's a few down here that are still bare, and they've been bare for a while now. I wonder why they've left these bare. It seems like they've even touched them up to make them blend in, you know? So it's curious why they left these bare, painted all these other ones white, and said it's okay for like these two sections right here, these two sections to be bare, and then the rest are just repainted white. The last floor has reopened though. It's a 25-minute wait right now, but this has been closed ever since the parks reopened from COVID-19. So it's great to see that one more attraction has resumed operation. Well, it stopped right now, but big news that the People Mover has resumed operation throughout the day. I haven't ridden it since it reopened, so let's go ahead and give it a ride. Another one of the kids' play areas that has opened is the splash pad in Storybook Circus. It's been a long time since I've seen this place splashing and padding, but it's splash padding today, you know, and kids are having fun. So that's always a good sign. I'm glad to see that things are slowly but surely reopening at this point, the Walt Disney World Resort. Fireworks have definitely returned at the Magic Kingdom. You can see by these crowds. Sunset's looking beautiful though. It's great that the fireworks are back at the parks. There's definitely a bit of magic back with those, but it is absolutely ridiculous and crazy trying to move around the center of this park anywhere from an hour before to like an hour after the fireworks. Absolutely crazy. All right, everyone, that is going to be it for our Walt Disney World 50th anniversary update. And of course, the fall Not So Scary Halloween Party update as well. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon to be notified when we post more videos just like this, because we'll be back doing more updates. Remember, we got that Tron construction update coming real soon, so stay tuned. But hey, if you really liked the video, go ahead and toss a like on this video. It helps more people just like you enjoy the content that you love to watch as well. So hey, share the parks with people, come on. Toss it a like on this video. But without further ado, the Theme Park Center, my name's Sean. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. But guys, remember, the adventure lives on. Peace.